Look at this dude.
Whoosh, poppin', everybody, welcome back to another video. Hey man, if you haven't already done so, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, smash the like button, click that bell while you're at it so you can be a part of the Post Noted Gang family. Best family on YouTube, and that's no cap, hands down. Hey man, look, we are here for SunnyV2, the saddest moments in YouTube history. Ooh, this might be an interesting video to watch, I ain't gonna lie. But hey man, we're gonna do less talking, more reacting. Let's dive right into this video. Let go.
From Jake Paul to Joe Rogan, these are YouTube's saddest moments, with Linus Tech Tips starting our list with this iconic live stream. He was supposed to be celebrating 10 million subs, yet Linus began the stream with a pretty somber tone.
So yeah, I don't know.
So right when he hit 10 million subscribers, he wants to retire? Interesting.
How it all happened. I've got this following of literally 10 million, and it kind of feels like luck sometimes. I'm probably more like you guys than you realize.
He'd talk about the pressure his work put on his family.
I mean, every time my wife would...
I'm not sure who this is, so I don't know what type of content he does, but I mean, why is it putting pressure on your family?
How long do we need to keep doing these kinds of hours? Like, how long do we need to keep pushing like this before we can just back off and like have a life? I started with, hey, look, I'm gonna slow down when we have kids. And I said, hey, thanks for basically soloing our first kid. Tell you what, I'll slow down when we have a second one. And then I said I'd slow down when they're old enough to remember that daddy was always working. And then I said I'd slow down when they got to the age where they really need parent involvement to...
It just sounds like he doesn't know how to balance his time. I mean, slow down. I mean, make it, I don't know what his schedule was like. It sounds like he might have been, you know, creating content on a daily basis, but man, if you were working 7 days out the week, how about you just knock it down to 2-3 times out the week? Like,
you help them with their homework or their sports club or whatever else.
With a story about Make-A-Wish, then bringing Linus to tears.
I had a pretty life-changing experience a little while ago. The kid in question was too sick to travel, and they asked if I could record a personalized video for him. So I picked up my phone, I pointed at myself, and I just tried to think of something to say, and I couldn't. And I looked at their guidelines, and it had just the most useless stuff in it. It was like, be upbeat, and don't talk about death. And I was just like, this kid's 12. He's like dying of leukemia. What? Last thing I can do right now is be upbeat. The only thought going through my head is like, everyone and everything I know is gonna die. All I could see in the
man, at the end of the day, look, and I'm honestly surprised, especially with him having a big platform the way he does. Being an influencer on the internet, it's not meant for everyone. You gotta have thick skin for one, and you can't allow certain things to beat you up. You feel me? You gotta know how to, you know, hold yourself together, put yourself together, and you also gotta balance the work life with your family life, your love life, everything, bro. Like, that's all it is. It just seems like he doesn't know how to balance his life out. And then also, once again, you just gotta have thick skin, man. And with you having 10 million subscribers, you would think by that point you would have some thick skin, bro.
Like my kids, the whole thing made me question why I'm doing this.
Ironically, the thumbnail became a viral meme, leading to comments such as, came for the memes left with emotions, I'm not crying, I'm just water cooling my eyes, and where men cried. 9. Bradley Martyn. Brad lost his dad at the age of only 6, which is understandably something he struggles to talk about.
That's the thing, you know, when I think about my dad.
Although the saddest example was during his podcast with Tyler Perry.
I don't want to cry. But why would you even hold it? However it feels, you should let it out. Don't do that, man. Let it out how it comes.
Big facts. It is okay to cry, bro. I can't even tell y'all how much I be crying. I cry a lot, bro, but it is healthy to cry. Getting those emotions out is healthy. I'm very in tune with my emotions, bro.
Brad was thanking Tyler for some advice he'd given earlier.
People get so caught up in where they're at and in the moment of like the negative and the darkness and the evil, and they don't see the light. It wasn't as simple as what I thought it was then, which was my father didn't love me.
Yeah.
I'm not good enough. And I built up so many walls and who I was. It's crazy looking back now how much it affected even my personal relationships, my intimate relationships, my relationships with my family, friends, everything.
Your upbringing, it forms you to the person that you are. Like the person that I am right now, like I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. The things I've been through, the things that I've experienced, and then also my upbringing as a child, because I didn't lose my dad, but in a way I lost my dad. Like, I don't have a relationship with my dad, bro. And till this day, it still affects me, bro. And it does affect me in intimate relationships. It does affect me on how I react in certain situations. And that's because of the struggles and the experiences and the trauma and everything that I've been through. So I know where Bradley is coming from with this, bro.
And was able to end the moment with an excellent silver lining.
Everything that we go through, every hardship, every downfall is going to be a new opportunity to learn and to grow and to become better.
Hey, Joe Rogan. On episode 1123 of the Joe Rogan Experience, he and Kevin Smith were talking about their pets when Joe passively mentioned he saw a veterinarian cry.
He's the only vet I've ever had cry with me.
Over what animal?
I had a puppy that had distemper. Man, the puppy just, after like a couple of days of being at the house, would have these seizures, like violent seizures. And then towards the end, it was having them all day long.
As a result of the dog's condition, it had to be put down.
I held the dog, I placed him down, I gave him a kiss.
And I feel this pain too, man. A few months ago, my pup got killed, got hit by a car. I literally even have her paw print right here. I tatted her paw print. And there's a picture on my Instagram as well, me hugging her, because she was on the bed. Her bones were sticking out her thing. She was alive after getting hit, but the doctors the vet said that, you know, we had to put her down. So, you know, I gave her my last kisses and hugs, and I was crying, bro. She was my everything, bro.
Said goodbye. And he put the needle in the dog and put the dog to sleep. Then we both went outside, man. He was just crying.
I went outside too.
He was killed by a drunk
had to
driver.
come out there with me.
That was?
Yeah, that was a rough one. I got an email, I believe, from his daughter. Super good dude, man.
Leading Kevin to share a similar story.
It's such a weird relationship where one day you're like, I love you to death and I love you so much I have to kill you. And that last fucking hour was like probably hands down the most difficult hour of my life, man, because we all knew what was coming. And you're programmed to stop that at all costs.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting emotional because I'm thinking about my pup now, bruh.
Programmed to keep people around, keep yourself around.
7. Lofe. As a YouTube prankster, it seemed as though Lofe was always having fun. So when he'd post a video titled YouTube Saved My Life with a depressing thumbnail and the following intro.
Failure, loser, and loner are the 3 words that I would use to describe myself.
It seemed the audience was in for something different. Lofe began by stating he had a tough time growing up.
High school was a hard time for me. I was really insecure. I was really unsure of myself. I got bullied pretty bad.
And thought that starting YouTube would help to keep him safe.
If I can make them laugh, then they're not gonna hurt me.
However, Lofe struggled to find success.
For a while, it was just terrible. Nothing was happening. I would be embarrassed when people would ask me what I did.
Even feeling like a failure in the presence of his parents.
My parents have never understood the YouTube thing. That's probably the hardest part, because it's just every kid wants to make their parents proud. You know what I mean?
Since then, however, Lofe has found...
I feel that because the same thing with my parents. My parents don't understand this, man. They don't understand the YouTube thing. They don't understand it at all. Once again, I don't have a relationship with my dad, but my dad looks at me as a failure, bruh. My dad looks at me as a disappointment, bruh. But at the end of the day, for me, unlike him, he's allowing it to get to him. For me, it doesn't get to me. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck how people look at me.
Massive success, recently announcing he was able to buy a house.
And I was able to buy it 100% with cash, which was also a big goal of mine.
6. Syndicate.
That's dope.
Similar to Linus, Syndicate was part of the Make-A-Wish program, being chosen by a kid named Alec for them to spend a day together. This resulted in a video titled Making His Wish Come True, in which they flew in a helicopter and became extremely close.
Give me a high five. Did you enjoy the helicopter ride then?
Syndicate inspired Alec to open his own channel.
Hi everybody, thank you so much.
That's dope. That's the least you could do. That's one thing that I want to do when I get big enough and stuff like that. I want to put people on. I want to put because I never had the opportunity of being put on. I've made it out the mud on my own type ish. You feel me? But I want to be able to put people on, bro. You feel me?
We're over 200 subscribers already. That's pretty crazy.
However, just 43 days later, Syndicate made a tragic announcement.
They gave me permission to be able to let you guys know that, unfortunately, he did lose his battle. And, now he's in a better place because he really wasn't in a good spot. So, thank you so much.
5. Cenat. Kai was trying to become Twitch's most subscribed streamer, setting a goal of 80,000 to overtake XQC. When he'd reached the milestone in late 2022, he almost couldn't handle it.
80,000 is crazy. No, 80,000 is crazy.
Why is this considered a sad moment? He's tearing up in happiness, I feel like.
But getting a supportive call from his mum sent Kai over the edge.
What my mom calling me?
Congratulations, son.
Thank you.
You're number one. I mean, we watching and we so proud of you. Everybody, babe, I love you so much. Babe, I'm so proud of you. You're number one. And you my son. And I'm so happy to be your mom. And I just want to let the world know that you've been with.
This is a very emotional moment, a very dope scene to be watching in this video, but I don't think this should have been considered a sad moment in YouTube history. This is a happy moment in YouTube history. You feel me?
Like this for a long time. So simply now know he's just finding out. My son works hard. He's a grinder every day, every night.
You number one and you my son, and I'm proud to be your mum. Man, straight tears right there. 4. Matthew Santoro. Nicole Arbor was his girlfriend, and they seemed like a healthy YouTube couple. However, 4 months after separating, Matthew uploaded a video titled My Abuse Story.
It's not something people ever talk about, but I feel compelled to because I was in an abusive relationship.
He began by explaining that Nicole was very controlling.
This individual...
And it's so sad, hearing these stories in regards of abusive relationships and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, it's sad to say, but for one, the legal system and people do not take you serious when a man is trying to express that they've been abused. For me, I've been abused as well in other relationships, and no one takes me serious, bro. No one takes me serious. They're just they laugh about it. But when a girl complains about being abused, everyone takes it serious, bro. It's crazy.
The individual that I was with was extremely jealous. I had to cut every female out of my life, out of social media, delete every number out of my phone.
Before adding he'd been hit by her.
Bro, I was in a relationship where I couldn't even take in peace, bro. I couldn't take a shower in peace. Literally, I'm not gonna say no names, but let's just say I've made content with this individual before. She used to sit on the bathroom counter and watch me take a shower, bro. If I went to the gas station and I took too long, I must be cheating. If I was taking this and I was on my phone, I must be bro. I kid you not, bro.
Argument.
This person prevented me from leaving their home and said, "You're not going anywhere." At which point I was hit in the face.
This caused Matthew to break down crying.
Ivan was in a relationship late last year. You see this scar? This is from a bitch, bro. She bit my shit off, bro. Us men, we get abused, bro.
Because you're made to believe that we're supposed to be strong. And I never talked about it because I thought that no one would believe me. No one would give a shit.
Leading to one of the saddest videos ever uploaded to YouTube.
There's people that love you and you don't need to be in that relationship. You don't need to be with someone that hates you and uses you and manipulates you to do everything that they want.
3. Jake Paul. In late 2019, Jake announced he was basically quitting YouTube to train for a boxing match he'd scheduled against Anderson Gibb. The fight became his sole focus for almost half a year, and while he would eventually win, Jake revealed on Logan's podcast his life felt meaningless after.
I win the fight, right? That was my sole focus and purpose. All of a sudden I get back to LA, I'm by myself, sitting in the fucking room, and I'm what do I do?
In addition to feeling directionless, Jake explained he was dealing with 4 different lawsuits.
And then I wake up the next day, have a phone call with my lawyers for one of the lawsuits for literally something I did not do. And it goes back to people just attacking Jake Paul and
yeah, during that whole time, bro, I can't imagine, because yes, Jake was definitely very reckless in the beginning stages of his YouTube career. He was very, very reckless. But that whole what do you call it? That whole time frame where the I hate Jake Paul or fuck Jake Paul, you feel me? That was that was a lot of pressure, I feel like, on him, bro. But at the end of the day, that's just gonna make him stronger. That did make him stronger, you feel me? That made his skin thicker. Like, at the end of the day, if you get so much hate, you gotta just embrace it. And that's exactly what he did, you feel me?
Wanting to see me fail for literally like fucking nothing. Like, they're suing me for something I didn't do, like, on God. And then
you're good. Take a break.
Yeah, take a breather. We can sit for a second.
Which consumed not only his life, but his family's as well.
my mom is like spending hours of her day when she's retired. She's in Hawaii, and they're like, yo, your son has to pay this. Like, it just like so stupid.
2. DanTDM. Dan's dog Ellie was a staple in his videos ever since he got her back in 2013. She helped Dan film reaction videos, fashion shows, and even Minecraft content, stealing the hearts of up to 30 million viewers. So when he'd upload a video titled Good...
So this channel was dedicated to a dog reacting to content in Minecraft? What?
By Ellie, Dan and his audience were totally devastated.
Yesterday, unfortunately, Ellie died.
He'd explain exactly how Ellie passed.
Stings even more because she went in for an infected tooth. So she had to go in for an operation and you just didn't wake up. Just before we got the phone call that happened, we were already planning like how we were going to work out picking her up when her operation is finished, and then you just get hit with that.
Calling the loss one of his most difficult challenges.
I know it's a dog, but for us, it's a member of our family, and I'm very lucky. I haven't had a lot of loss in my life, so this is probably the one that's been the hardest. Like, my heart literally hurts.
1. Theo Von and Sean Strickland. There's been many a sad moment on Theo Von's podcast.
Oh yeah, dude. We cry on here every week. Sorry, dude.
That's beautiful. Yet few compare to episode number 476. Theo and Sean began discussing their childhoods.
I used to always sleep in my mom's room because I thought my dad was gonna kill my mom. So like I would like sleep by the door. I'd sleep
to make sure she was all right.
Yeah, I'd sleep under the bed. You know, I'd sleep by the door.
Yet Sean couldn't finish his story as it was simply too traumatic.
I remember when I stopped believing in God, man. Like I had fucking yeah, it's crazy, dude.
I feel that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bud.
So, man.
I'm sorry, buddy.
That's all good, dude.
Man, you'd be surprised.
You don't have to talk, man. I could just sit here with you for...
You'd be surprised how much traumatic things be happening to people that you watch on YouTube, on TV, whatever the case may be. Everyone is human. We don't live, we don't come from perfect backgrounds. We don't live perfectly. Like, bro, like...
For a minute. I can just sit here. We can just sit here.
It's all good, dude. Take a second, just process it.
Leading Theo to comfort him by offering his own story.
I remember being so scared when I was a kid. Like I was saying, like I remember hearing that like animal pee to when another animal wouldn't come. So I would stand up on my bed at night and I would pee around my bed in a circle because I was afraid that things were gonna get me.
Shit, who were you afraid? Like any particular? Just
everything. I mean, I was just afraid of everything.
Damn, man. No, that's a lot of sad stories, man. And I can only imagine, bro, I don't know how many YouTubers are on YouTube. There's so many, but I can only imagine, man, the stories behind everyone's upbringing and stuff like that. The only story I don't think should have been in here was Cenat. Shout out to Cenat, he the GOAT. But his tears were happy tears. Those weren't sad tears. Those were happy tears. You feel me? But anyways, y'all, if you guys made it to the end, I do greatly appreciate it. Smash the like button, leave a comment down below, and click that bell while you're at it. Until next time, I'm going to see y'all next time. I'm out.